All right, let's talk about personnel of the bubble screen. And from a perspective of trips formation, which I really like to run the bubble out because you're adding an extra receiver to the trip side. We'll take a look at each role and responsibility of the blockers. We have the Y receiver, or your split end out wide there. He needs to be your best blocking receiver. And so he can be a bigger type receiver. He doesn't have to be as fast. As long as he's smart and physical, then you're going to be able to get a great block on this corner. Occasionally he may have to be able to handle a corner that's playing up in a cover two. And again, he's going to have to be your best blocking receiver to be able to maintain that block. He won't have to maintain it as long as if you were running a run play out wide, but he does need to be able to hold it for a significant amount of time. Your F back, he needs to be your best blocking running back, and that usually works with most spread offenses. When they go to a two-back set, the F comes in. So I would put him out as the number 2 receiver in this formation, numbering them from outside to in. Y is number 1, F is number 2, and again, your best blocking back. And that's a good matchup because most of the time he's going to be matched up on linebacker types that are split out. So the body size should be about the same. If he's not a very good blocker, if you've got more of a runner style and you need to substitute in a better blocking receiver, you could do that as well. It's just whatever works with your personnel package when you go to a trips formation. Finally, your Z receiver. He needs to be your best and fastest receiver. For obvious reasons, he's getting the ball. We want to set ourselves up in the best possible situation to be successful. He's got to have good hands so he can catch the ball on the run, and then great vision of the field so that he can get outside, and if at the very last possible, if at the very end he could potentially cut it up. We don't really want that. We want him to get outside every single time, so that's why our emphasis is on that as coaches. But if he has great field vision and can cut off of blocks, then you're going to get great yardage no matter how well this Y holds his block. So a quarterback, all he has to have is a good enough arm to get it quickly out to that Z. And it's not a very far throw. He just has to get lots of reps at practice at it. Your other H back is pretty insignificant. He's probably your best running back in case you want to run a screen out to this side. And your X receiver, I would probably have him as your fastest receiver. And typically you wouldn't run this bubble screen a whole lot because the numbers advantage is not as a little more difficult to get, and you don't have a good field spacing over here in trips formation. So once again, your Y needs to be your best blocking receiver, your F needs to be your best blocking running back, and your Z needs to be your fastest and most talented receiver.